Radio Chingalo so that we may be one through the cross. Good morning with Community News. My name is Sarah Tamina. Kindly be informed that we're also streaming live on our Radio Chingalo Facebook page, and you can also listen to us via Radio Garden. The headlines: plans to fumigate public schools in Chingola against COVID-19 underway. ZPPA revised the public procurement threshold for local authorities. Consider allocating more funds to address challenges in the informal sector. Now the news in detail. Chingola Municipal Council has disclosed their plans to fumigate public schools against COVID-19 in readiness for the reopening of the first term of January. On January 24th, 2022, Chingola Mayor Johnson Kangombe said the council, through the Public Health Department, will also add schools with COVID-19 materials such as sanitizers, hand washing buckets, among other materials to help combat the spread of the virus. Speaking to Radio Chingola News in Chingola, Mr. Kangombe also implored parents to support the fight against COVID in schools by encouraging eligible pupils to get vaccinated.
The it's the year that COVID-19 will be beaten. But we are also not going to relax as a local authority. We are going to fumigate all the schools in Chingola in readiness for the opening on the 24th of this month. As a local authority, to allow them to local Department of Public Health as a local authority to see to it that they fumigate all the schools, and we'll be there monitoring and schools are ready for opening on the 24th because education is an equalizer.
The Zambia Public Procurement Authority, ZPPA, has revised the public procurement threshold for local authorities as part of the implementation of fiscal decentralization. The public procurement threshold for local authorities has been raised from 2 million kwacha to unrestricted category. The decision, which has elated Zambia United Local Authority Workers Union Acting President Imam Mwisa said previously the councils were not allowed to spend above 2 million kwacha due to restrictions. Mr. Mwisa said the revision follows the increase in the Constituency Development Fund CDF from 1.6 million kwacha to 25.7 million kwacha. Mr. Mwisa has been speaking to Radio Chingalo in Dola.
We want to commend the ZPPA for this, and we want to indicate that this has been done following the physical decentralization implementation by the new government, in which the Constituency Development Fund was raised or increased in the 2022 budget to an amount of more than 25 million per constituency. We want to give also an assurance to those that may be able to doubt the capacity in terms of the local authorities. We want to indicate that local authorities are a creation of the law, and in mostly councils they are mandated to uphold the provision of the law.
The Zambia Congress of Trade Unions, ZCTU, has advised labor leaders and members against aligning themselves to political parties. Union President Nkole Chishimba says political alignment comprises the negotiation for better conditions of service for the workers. Beg your pardon. Union President Nkole Chishimba says political alignment compromises the negotiation for better conditions of service for the workers. Speaking in Kitwe recently, Mr. Chishimba said providing sound checks and balances would make the labor movement in the country to be effective.
We need to understand our constitution to desist from that alignment. Leaders may not desist, but we must understand that it is our role, especially members. I wouldn't like to place members. For knowledgeable members, alignment, wrong alignment with political parties will never be here if members are conscious of what they are doing. So I urge members to maintain the principles of solidarity and unity. Because political parties and teachers believe. You give them today, tomorrow they change their attitudes. And where is that going? So you need to be conscious of that.
The United Teachers Union of Zambia, UNITUZ, has alleged that grade 9 and grade 12 markers were subjected to poor conditions during the 2021-2022 marking session. Union Executive Director Paul Chipimo says teachers mark a high number of scripts and are subjected to long hours of working in dilapidated classrooms. Mr. Chipimo stressed that it is unacceptable to work from 06 hours to 22 hours for 10 days away from home and only to be paid 1,500 kwacha, translating into 150 kwacha per day. He wants the Examination Council of Zambia, ECZ, to ensure that the conditions for markers are improved in line with the International Labour Organization Convention. Community news comes to you in the community service of reaching with compliments of Indo Zambia Bank. The Association of Vendors and Marketeers, AVEMA in Kitwe, has implored the CDF committees and the local authority to consider allocating more funds to address challenges in the informal sector, particularly markets. Association Chairperson Aston Sakala explained that most markets in Kitwe are grappling with lack of proper shelters, inadequate ablution blocks, as well as electricity connections. Speaking to Radio Changela News, Mr. Sakala said the CDF committees should also consider channeling the funds towards empowering the traders through various initiatives. As we end community news, we take a look at some of the stories making headlines again. Plans to fumigate public schools in Chingola against COVID-19 underway. ZPPA revised the public procurement threshold for local authorities. Consider allocating more funds to address challenges in the informal sector. For these and more stories, friends, you can visit our Radio Chingolo website, www.radiochingolo.org. Also remember to like our Radio Chingolo Facebook page. Remember to play a part in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic by adhering to safety guidelines as outlined by the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. Wear masks when in public, avoid large groups and maintain social distance, avoid unnecessary movements, wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds. Also remember to cover your cough or sneeze with a flexed elbow, handkerchief, or tissue. On behalf of the entire newsroom and Constance Kalunga, the sound technician on duty, my name is Sarah Tamina. Thank you so much and have a blessed Friday.